Well, folks, I may need to strap up on this one because Matt Galardo made a gift to the channel for me to react to this song. So, Matt, thank you for this. But Matt has a way of putting it to me. And the title of this one, Lost Hotel. Right away, you think about like Hotel California type vibe. Like, okay, where's this going? What does it mean? But Lost Hotel. I mean, does that elicit any ideas in your brain? Because it's not in mine, which means this is a clean slate. This is a tabula rasa. I can't even guess. So let's see what Wade Bowen's got for Lost Hotel. Here we go. Nice. Can't tell if that's steel or slide.
Put the past away, slow things down. A crime's been committed, and there's sirens all over town. There's some blood on his shirt, and there's a cut on his cheek. And what he's just done will forever be his worst memory. He's down at the Lost Hotel, where there's battles to be won, but the silence overwhelmed you, and you come undone. You lose all your good sense, you go way over the edge. There's no turning back. He's checked into the Lost Hotel.
So it's a metaphor. What happens? Suspense and intrigue.
She abandoned herself into a bottle of pills. Life's dark highway has finally run out of thrills. Well, she's not really sure what caused her child to die. She thinks she finally found a way to leave all the worries behind. Yeah, she's down at the Lost Hotel, where there's battles to be won, but the silence overwhelmed you, and you come undone. You lose all your good sense, you go way over the edge. There's no turning back. She's checked into the Lost Hotel.
Quick point. There is a difference between being confused about things in life just based on you don't know how to think about them, and when you've gotten yourself into bad behavior or situations because now you've got an experience on your so-called record, like inside you, you know this is a bad part of your life. It'll always be with you via memory. And there's a big difference between being in the Lost Hotel when you've done something or behaved your way into something, like the expression or the saying that's like, you can't explain your way out of something you've behaved your way into. And when you've behaved your way into something, and I've done it, we've all done it in different ways, that kind of lostness is different. That's than just regular daily confusion that we live with whatever we're dealing with. It's a really sensitive song.
So say a prayer for the weary, say a prayer for the lost, say a prayer for the hungry. They've all paid the highest cost. You know hope is there to find, we're all too quick to condemn. So lay your hands on a desolate soul Yeah, 'cause someday you just might see them down at the Lost Hotel, where there's battles to be won, but the silence overwhelms you. Whoa, and you come undone. You lose all your good sense. You go way over the edge. There's no turning back once you've checked into the Lost Hotel. Yeah, there's
find
no
yourself
turning
there.
back once you're in the Lost Hotel.
No turning back. That's an interesting line. All right, it sounded like the ocean there. That one line changes it. There's no turning back once you've checked into the Lost Hotel. Instead of, you may find yourself in the Lost Hotel. Nobody would have batted an eye had that been the lyric or some similar import as that. But there's no turning back. It's sort of like once you're lost, it's hard to find the direction out. And maybe that's what he's talking about. You can't just like pull a U-turn and not be lost anymore, you know? Well, I guess in some ways you can, but life and the human psyche don't seem to abide by that simplistic principle or idea that you just turn the car around and go back. Like you can never go, what is that, Billy Joel? You can never go back to the green or something. You can't go back. I mean, glory days like Springsteen, that's a similar concept. But this is one where the sensitivity in this, the instrumentation was really, really sensitive to the content, the cadence, the tenor, the meaning, the feel, the impartation of this song. Wade sang it really well too. You have to pay more attention to how he sings, and I do that. But there's so much going on in a song in a first listen through that some things stand out more than others. But this one's just true about compassion. Like, don't judge folks. And it brought to mind like a video I had done for like my life coaching channel like 6 years ago before I had this. But I remember thinking one day, I guess it was at the time that Blake and Miranda were going through their divorce. And I happened to be going through one at the same time. Now, I'm not in the economic strata that Blake and Miranda were or are. And public light, they got all the toys in the big houses, whatever you want to distract yourself from whatever pain you're going through. But I remember just thinking, like, how deep is my compassion? Like, do I have the same compassion for people like that whose hearts are hurting as I do for somebody who hasn't had much at all in life? And I thought, then that made me think more about compassion, about, am I distinguishing, like, do I feel worse for people who have less? Is that my standard? Like, what kind of things do they have in their life as to whether or not I'm going to be compassionate toward them? And so I did a video on that because my thinking is that, you've arrived when you have compassion for somebody because of what they're going through. A divorce is a divorce. Somebody loses a child. The pain is pain, no matter who that mother is, no matter who that father is. And this is one of those songs where it just draws your attention to, not only because you might find yourself in the Lost Hotel one day, but I think just on a purer level than tying it into yourself is just, how crappy does it feel when somebody's lost? How crappy does it feel when somebody's just in a bad place in life or got themselves there? And some people are just dangerous, so I get it, but not all people. In fact, in life, I think very few people are dangerous. I don't know why the guy in the beginning here had a cut on his face. Obviously, something went really wrong. But yeah, Matt Galardo, I'm off and running again, as you normally do. This was just beautiful. I mean, this was an economy of words and thoughts that were just beautiful. And the instrumentation supported it just about as ideally as you're gonna. So the number that popped into my head on this one was a 9.2. The restraint in this song gave you so much room to contemplate what it is to be lost. You just don't know where you're going. And it's a painful place because confusion is a form of pain. Most people don't categorize it that way, but the brain is made to put things in sort of like a sequence or with some explanation that works for you. And when you don't have that mind settled, it is actually painful. So that was just a beautiful, beautiful song. So Matt, thank you again, my friend, for this. I always know I'm in for a treat, but so many of you folks know your songs and your music. So thank you again, Matt. Thank you, everybody, for playing along. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.